France is filled with history, and every stone has a story to tell. But some places come with more than their fair share. Some come with residents who don't want to leave. Let's take a look at the 5 most haunted chateaux in France. We start with the Chateau de Brissac in the Loire Valley. Known as a giant of the Loire Valley, the Chateau of Brissac rises above the countryside, its towers piercing the morning skies. But behind its gilded rooms and grand staircases lies a much darker secret, that of the Green Lady, the spirit of Charlotte de Brézé, who was murdered centuries ago by her jealous husband. They say her wailing can still be heard echoing through the towers, and those that stay overnight talk of cold air, footsteps and whispering in the corridors. Then we have the Chateau of Chateaux in the heart of the Arthurian forests in Brittany, surrounded by ancient oaks, druidic forests and its dark moat. Chateaux has been spoken about for centuries. According to legend, a bride was buried alive within the walls on her wedding night, punished for a secret that she would never tell. On misty nights, the locals say they see her misty veil wafting across the moat. But believe it or not, the chateau changed hands just a few years ago, so some people are braver than others. Then we can move on to the Chateau de Puy-Martin in the Dordogne, not too far away from Périgueux and Sarlat. It's reputed to be one of the most haunted chateaux in France, and figures on pretty well any list that is made on the subject. They say that a white lady was locked away by her husband for betrayal in a dark windowless tower. Centuries later, they say her spirit wanders the corridors, searching for the light she was denied. Visitors often describe sudden chills or a slight perfume of lavender, or even creepier, a reflection in a mirror which isn't theirs. Then there is the Chateau de Fougeray in the Vienne countryside. The present owners have embraced the chateau's restless spirit, opening it to public tours and even overnight paranormal experiences. Guests report cold hands touching their shoulders, flickering lights, and the laughter of children in empty corridors. The owners call it cohabiting with the invisible. That's something you won't see often in a real estate description. And finally, the Chateau de Vos in the Allier region of France. Once a powerful medieval fortress, it's said to be guarded these days by the ghost of Lucy, a devoted maid who still keeps guard on her home centuries later. Witnesses describe a faint blue glow travelling along the ramparts, and sometimes joined by soft singing carried on the wind. There's even stories of TV crews going there and when filming have captured flickering lights in empty windows. So, haunted or not, these old stones remind us that history never fades. It lingers in the walls and it echoes in the silence of the night. So tell me, would you dare live in a property where you are not the only inhabitants? Tell me your answers in the commentaries. I'm Dan Newton, the French estate agent.